Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. It's a beautiful day today where I live, but I don't know if it's because I went to bed late or whatever. I just could not get up this morning. And I guess if you're someone like me, super empath and super intuitive, which I'm sure most of you guys are who are watching this, because I don't know why else you'd be watching this if you weren't. But your human self is sleeping. The human self is sleeping, but my soul is not sleeping. My soul is constantly working in the dream state. I tend to usually remember my dreams if they have a specific meaning, and I usually analyze them. Since I am studying psychology, I try to analyze the meaning behind the dream, and it's usually pretty accurate. But that is one of my gifts, is understanding dreams and interpreting dreams. So, and also it's sometimes my soul doesn't want to get up. I don't want to be a human for the day. That's how tapped in I am into the 5D. Is I just don't want to be a human. I just want to escape in the spiritual and dream world. So I think that was it. But I just was not motivated to get up today, and I've been running around pretty busy trying to get consistent clients. That's something that I've been manifesting and trying to focus on. It's in we've been talking about vortexes. That's in my vortex I've been trying to work on, and I have about 2 weeks left of school, which is crazy, and it seems overwhelming because one of my classes is online, and so I have a specific due date that everything has to be turned in before. So I'm trying to get that done as well. And then I have my son this weekend, so I have a lot on my plate. But it's crazy because I still want to find love, but that is not the most important thing on my list. So with that said, I was trying to fill out the energy before. A lot of you may seem to be manifesting financial abundance. That kind of seems to be the theme that's coming up right now. And then we have the full moon in Scorpio coming up on May 1st. And we can talk about that more later at the end, because I just kind of want to jump into the energy, and I just got super tired again. I don't know why. I have my coffee. So yeah, I don't know. I have brought my decks here because I don't know which one to do. I was just kind of just doing a general reading, but then I know everyone that watches tarot always wants a love reading. So I guess we'll just jump into the energy. As soon as I tapped into the energy, I just got tired. I had a little burst of energy, and now I just feel depleted right now. Some of y'all's need to rest. That came up in the reading yesterday, I believe. You guys need to rest. You're being called to rest. Even I'm being called to rest. Maybe that's why the universe was just trying to tell me that I need to rest, even though Mago's no, I can't rest. I have to do all this stuff, because I gotta go wash my clothes today, and I was supposed to go into class, but we're not really doing anything in class. We're just working on writing our paper. Hold on, give me a second. Hold on. Okay. So I'm gonna do that today, and then I gotta wash my clothes. I already said that. I grabbed all my decks except for one. I don't have that many. I used to have a ton. I had at least 15 to 20 decks. We're just gonna start with the wild unknown archetypes. Just do some oracle. Okay, Spirit, tell us what we need to know. The tear. That's another thing I've been feeling as well. Ooh, the shadow. Oh, okay, we're gonna stop there right now. Ooh, and the offerings on the bottom of the deck. Oh my god, we're gonna take that one too. Okay, so that's what has been coming up. That's what I wanted to say earlier, especially with the full moon in Scorpio. Like, some of you guys may be feeling a little emotional. And a lot of shadows are probably coming up because we're in Scorpio, and Scorpio is a sign of transformation. It's also the sign of facing shadows and healing those shadows. We're the sign of transformation, and we're a fixed sign, so we become very fixated on things, and a lot of the times the transformation that we go through is forced. It's forced transformation. It's never like, because we're pretty stubborn, okay? And we want to transform, we want to heal, we want to elevate our souls, but we can be very stubborn sometimes and kind of ignore things, and then the universe is like, okay, pulls you by the hair and drags you down. Now you have the tear. Let me show you. So you have the tear. So someone here could be shedding some tears. The tear almost looks like emerald too. So this has something to do with the heart chakra because it's green. So that coordinates with the heart chakra. Emerald is a good heart chakra stone. Maybe some of you guys need to work with emerald right now. We're going to start with that one first, because it does have to do with some sort of emotions being released right now. But I'm gonna read it from the book real quick, if I can find it. I cannot find it. Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm wearing a skirt and I don't have any shorts, so that's why my kitty's right here. Okay. Yeah, melody, melancholy flowing through. When I saw the word melody, I heard maybe there are some songs that remind you of a specific situation or a specific person, and it's kind of making you emotional right now. Tears are droplets of letting go. Once they begin to fall, we allow the swelling tide of emotion to run its elemental course. Often the tear is what is needed in order for a conversation or situation to break into the next level of intimacy and vulnerability. Some say that tears are so powerful in softening our egos that they open up a portal to the unseen world. Through our watery eyes, the ancestors catch a glimpse of us, and we are reminded of the eternal embrace. We sense our humanity, of our humility, and we allow ourselves to be held. It is like this card appears when there is grieving yet to do, a sinking down into disappointment or despair that once acknowledged will bring a shimmer of clarity to our dewy eyes. While I was reading that, immediately what I saw was someone needing to get something off of their chest. And it's good to cry, and especially on this journey, when the divine masculines wake up, they are able to realize that it's okay to cry, even as feminines, because even as feminines as kids, like, we were made to feel ashamed for feeling our emotions or crying. You know, if you've been in unhealthy relationships, like, me in the past, we were made to feel like we were the victim because we were emotional, like we weren't allowed to cry. But it's a good way to like release what is being stuck. Like whatever needs to be released is a good way to just like let it out. You know, crying is okay. And especially with this full moon in Scorpio, like it's okay to cry. You know, you have this shadow there too, so there's some shadow coming up right now that is going to make you emotional because someone here has been avoiding it. Let's just jump into the shadow. So I'm drawn to those, I don't know the correct term for those shapes, but they remind me of diamonds. So it's like you have the light and the dark, right? And then you have the middle, right? Which is what we have to do. We have to balance the light and the dark. And if you are someone right now who feels like you are in the dark, just embrace the darkness. The Scorpios, we love being in the dark. Sometimes it's hard to pull myself out of the dark, but you have to remind yourself that the light comes after the darkness, and that you don't have to stay in the dark forever. Your ego might tell you you need to stay here because it's comfortable and you can control the outcome of it because you've already been there. You know how it plays out basically, and it's scary being in the light because you don't know what to expect. And there was a card in the Twin Flame Ascension deck where basically it was talking about like applying what you've learned on your journey and like stepping into what you learned and applying it in your life, and being able to stay in the more positive light aspect of things, like being able to like live in a happier and peaceful state. And sometimes it's hard for us to stay in that state of mind for long periods of time because our ego tries to pull us back into those the negative ways of thinking and pulls us back into our shadows, and we think that we can't stay in that positive mindset for long periods of time, when in reality it is possible. We don't always have to be in the darkness, right? Just gonna read a little bit from it. I'm pretty sure I am on point with that one, but it's hard to find. 160, okay. Revealing unconscious aspects of the self and world. We often think that the shadow can be purified, illuminated, and made right through effort and achievement. However, it is typically the case that our lofty pursuit of ascension and perfection is a very source of shadow material itself. By rejecting parts of ourselves in the world, we begin to separate from the whole. Rather than getting to know the qualities and content of our shadows, we busy ourselves with avoiding its presence. This is denial. When this card appears, it's time to take inventory of those things you've been denying. Okay, so that is what the full moon in Scorpio right now is illuminating to you. It's illuminating the things that you've been avoiding. Someone here has been avoiding their emotions. When I said earlier, someone needs to get something off their chest. They've been avoiding it. And it's going to almost bring like it's going to bring this like flood of emotions, like this overflowing flood of emotions, because someone has been holding it in for so long. And the full moon in Scorpio is really just going to like push this out of someone, whether it's you or it's someone you know around you. Take it however it resonates. And then you have the offering. And the crescent moon, that represents your intuition. So maybe you've intuitively can feel this coming in, like you have seen like little bits and pieces of this offering. Whatever this offering, this could be from the universe, or this could be from someone around you. So hard. Okay, so hard to find them sometimes. 236. The offering, generosity, donation, and volunteering. Unlike many of the other cards in the deck, the offering carries a clear as day message and a call to action. As you may have guessed, it's time for something to be given and given up for the sake of the bigger picture. If nothing comes to mind immediately, take time in meditation to consider what must be offered and who is to receive it. It is likely you'll feel attachment and hesitancy. You'll make excuses, but recognize the link between the word sacrifice and the word sacred. One leads to another. When we offer up something to the greater good, we lighten our load and become more able to serve. Okay, so take this how this resonates, but it's almost like the universe is asking you to give these things to them. Give your hardships, give the emotions that are too hard to carry, like feel them, allow yourself to feel whatever is coming up. Don't avoid it, because you can't heal when you avoid things. So feel whatever is coming up and know that you don't have to carry this with you. You don't have to continue holding on to it. When you release it, think of it as a way as like you're giving it to the universe, right? You're allowing yourself to feel it and give it away. This could also do with money too. Like if someone's struggling financially, like the best way I can explain it, and the key to obtaining financial stability is you got to spend money to make money. You cannot hold on to your money tightly. You can't keep telling the universe, I don't have enough, or I don't want to spend my money today because I need to save it. That's only going to create a block financially for you. Oh my coffee. Okay, so we're at 17 minutes. I'm so hungry. I've been wanting to do my Edgar Allan Poe. I have not. Let's see what comes up with the Edgar. Six of Wands. Someone here is playing their cards right. Now, the Six of Wands typically symbolizes success and victory. Maybe you have some people around you that are going to be celebrating some sort of success. Could be someone here could be hitting like the jackpot now, like literally, or maybe even literally, but like just like the jackpot in life. Like someone here is going to be accomplishing something, or you may have already accomplished something, and people around you are going to be celebrating you. That came out weird. This could be a masculine. I have been feeling lately the feminines have been doing the work. They are slowly but surely achieving inner union, and it's helping your masculines awaken. Ooh, Ace of Swords. You see the crow sitting on the sword? There's some sort of message coming in. Didn't I say that earlier? There was someone needs to get something off their chest. But before, this person wasn't able to because they weren't in this Six of Wands energy. Crows represents messages through the messengers. I always use crows to send messages to people who I know are tapped in and who will receive it. I only send it to like my spiritual mentor slash dad, even though he won't admit it, but because I know he sends bursts, so we always connect with each other in the spiritual world. Ooh, the Empress. Someone here could have a daughter, or this could also be like connecting with your inner teenager. The Empress represents birth of a new cycle, but this could be someone nurturing their like inner teenager, nurturing themselves, taking care of themselves. Hold on a second. Oh, and you have the blood moon. I don't know when the blood moon is. The 7 of Cups in reverse. I heard someone here is done playing games, because the 7 of Cups upright is kind of like seeing through rose-colored glasses. It's having different choices being presented to you, and some things may look better far away than they do up close. Like once you get a closer look at it, it's not what it seems. Like just kind of having like a different outlook and perspective on something. But this could also be like different opportunities being presented to you, and not just acting impulsively on it, like actually looking closely at it and getting a better understanding of it so that you can make the right decision. Now the Empress too as well is in this card. She seems very protective of like this little girl who looks just like her. So I don't know if this is like a daughter, or like I said, just like your inner teenager, because it doesn't look like a child, looks more like a teenager. So maybe someone here is having things come up that remind you of when you were a teenager, like just nurturing that, like doing things that you enjoyed when you were a teenager. I'm saying that because that kind of feels like similar to like what I'm going through, like nurturing your inner teenager. That's what's coming up. That's not for everyone. The Empress is also knowing your worth too. Because you're staying in your power as a divine feminine, you're triggering a masculine's awakening. Oh my god, the Ace of Cups. Ooh, I just got the chills. Like that full moon. You have another full moon in this card too, all the way in the back, right there up in the left corner, but it's a blood full moon, and I don't know when. I think we just had the blood full moon. So maybe during the blood full moon last time, like it illuminated like the truth behind things, and instead of seeing everything like as an illusion, like you're able to see the truth in everything. But the Ace of Cups, this symbolizes a new beginning in love. But we had the offering earlier too, so this could be like an overflowing cup of emotions, because cups represents your emotions, right? Ooh. So Oh, and then you have the star on the bottom of the deck. But look how the moon is discementing. It's getting smaller. So as we... Oh my god, the Emperor's on the bottom of the freaking deck. Okay. Okay, Spirit, I knew why I needed to use Edgar. And when I use Edgar, I know it has to do with love. Because Edgar is my love deck. Okay. I need a cigarette. So, you know how we had the tear earlier, right? In the shadow. I feel like someone here has been really pushed into facing their shadows. And look, you have the blood full moon too in this card right here, if you could see. But you see how he's writing something? The Emperor. That's Edgar right there. I love Edgar. He's writing something. They could be an Aries because the Emperor is Aries energy. So this could be someone who's very hot-headed and stubborn. And a lot of the divine masculines are that way. They're very stubborn. They're scared to face their shadows. They're scared to be vulnerable. But with the Emperor and the Ace of Cups, there's going to be some emotions that are going to be coming up. Something needs to be expressed. But these two cards, now the Wish card, this feminine is focusing on herself, right? The Wish card, the Star card is a wish. It's also a card of healing. This feminine has been taking the time to heal. And with the crescent moon in that, this is going to kind of take place between the full moon until the waning gibbous and the waning crescent. So the discementing moon, the moon's going to be getting smaller. The energy is going to build up and then kind of like slow down. It's gonna, I told you, it's gonna, see, the cup looks empty in this one. In the traditional tarot card, the Ace of Cups is overflowing, right? So it's like things are clearing out now, and as the energy builds, the cup is going to start to fill up, right? Someone's going to be working on filling up their own cup, which means that they're going to allow themselves to actually feel their emotions instead of avoid them. And it's like someone's writing something. Something's being written down. I'm really drawn to him like writing something in the book, but there's no words on the page yet. So this person doesn't know what they're going to say yet, but they're thinking about it. The Devil. They can't stop thinking about you. Now, the Devil is not necessarily a bad card, right? It's Capricorn energy. It could be freeing yourself from old habits, but when this card came out, I heard someone can't let you go. Now, maybe in the past, this relationship kind of seemed like kind of restrictive, and maybe someone felt restrictive. They felt, oh, the Three of Swords. Someone here is trying really hard to free themselves from being heartbroken, from past heartbreak. I want to get this tattooed. That was so random. I'm an Aquarius, okay, so thinking of random things. My mind is like racing. This person has a lot on their mind, and I'm trying to articulate what these two cards mean together. This person in the past may have felt like they were tied to past heartbreak and pain. Like they felt like they couldn't free themselves from the past pain they experienced. Or maybe if this is someone who has hurt you in the past, or it may have seemed like they hurt you in the past, and they are feeling that pain now. Maybe they didn't feel it in the past, and maybe that's what's coming up now, and they're trying to figure out how to free themselves from it and come up with words that they want to say, like what they want to get off their chest. And this feminine is not focused on it. She's focused on making her wishes come true. Two of Pentacles. What to do, what to do. I don't know what to do. The guy sitting at the table, he has his book there too. He doesn't know what to do. Weighing out the options. Two things are going to be presented to you, or being presented to someone. So it has to do with the masculine energy. Ooh, the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. Look how aggressive this person looks. Someone here was angry. They were angry. Page of Cups. Page of Cups represents friendships, being in the friend zone. But you see how in one hand she has a scroll, in the other one she has a cup with the heart. This feminine right here has been holding a lot of feelings back. There was a lot she needed to express, but she's been holding back. You see how the scroll is closed? This has not been expressed yet. And you can see this energy right here. This person's angry because they probably had things to express to, but they're regretful because they don't know how to say it, so they're angry with themselves and they feel like they don't know what to do. Hold on. Page of Cups. She's holding a cup with her heart. She's holding her emotions very close to her, but she has them out. Yeah, heavy burdens, 10 of Wands. This one wanted to come out earlier, the 3 of Wands, waiting for the right moment. 10 of Wands is carrying too much of the weight. These unexpressed emotions and feelings are weighing down on this person's heart. Someone here, this feminine here, is like, okay, we're just friends. Like, okay, like, that's not how my heart feels. And I have all these things that I want to say, but I don't feel like I can say it yet. It's not revealed yet. The scroll is rolled up. It's not open. Nine of Swords. This masculine is in distress. He cannot sleep. It hurts his chest. Look, he's grasping his chest. It hurts. The pain of not expressing how he really feels about something. Obviously, this has to do with love. I'm channeling this, and like, I don't like channeling love stuff, but someone here is in deep regret because they have these emotions that they've been holding on to. And maybe this feminine right here was like, okay, here's my heart. Here's what I want to express. It's there for you. It's right here. I'm ready whenever you are. And with the Knight of Wands, like, someone here could have been, this masculine energy was just like very angry and upset. And you can see the light of the full moon too. It's gonna eat this person alive if they don't express it. Three of Swords again. If this doesn't come out, it's just gonna lead to more heartbreak. Someone's heart is being exposed though. The Ace of Pentacles. It's going to lead to a new beginning. There's that offer, the offering, right? The Ace of Pentacles. Could be also career and career change and moving as well. But I really feel like once this person's heart is exposed, once they feel like their heart is not being punctured, this can lead to a new beginning. We have the Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck again. That is friendship. Someone here wants to offer something more than just friendship. It's all just like blue. Oh, that didn't. Come on, okay, one more card and then my deck's almost up 40 minutes. Time to forgive. Heal abandonment. Whoever this has to do with, you have to forgive this person. If someone hurt you, if your divine masculine hurt you, forgive them. And they will forgive you because it goes both ways. You know, you had the Devil that came up, so that's like freeing yourself from past pain and heartbreak, from things that, like, any restrictions that have been holding you back from experiencing the love you've been trying to manifest. So that's what the universe is telling you. It's time to forgive and to heal. All right, I am real quick doing a full moon healing circle, and it's going to include Reiki and tarot and journaling and doing a full moon ritual. So if that sounds interesting, it's $25 and it's going to be live here on YouTube. And it's something that I really wanted to. So if that sounds interesting, if you're watching this, either email me or message me on Instagram and I'd be happy to give you more information about it. Alright, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye everyone.